everybody out there. It's your time again. Thursday night with us. The meeting in the ladies' room. Welcome for joining us. And I'll let my ladies say hey and welcome to the
ladies' room.
Hey, y'all. All right, our bi-weekly podcast where you get to eavesdrop into a wide range of discussion that only happens in the ladies' room. So remember to please subscribe, follow, share, join us on Apple Music, Spotify, Facebook Live, wherever you get your podcast. And remember, we love when you put comments in our chat. We go back and we read them. So even if yours doesn't pop up on the screen, know that all of us read them and we will highlight them as well. So make sure you write to us and interact with us because we love your energy. Bring us lots of energy. Hey, y'all. Hey. So ladies, let's just jump right into everything because we got a packed show today and I'm super excited and it's going to be a great show. So let's start off with an icebreaker just to get us kind of flowing. And y'all know how I love music and I'm just like a music guru.
You really do.
So, let's talk about heartbreak songs. So if you had a song that would be your favorite heartbreak song, what would it be? So I'm going to give you a minute to think, and I want the audience write your favorite heartbreak song too, because I need a heartbreak playlist. So let's just jump into it. Anybody want to go first about what's their heartbreak song and why? Why would you choose that song?
I'll go first. I don't have to think for long for this one. But can I share two?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. So my favorite heartbreak song is How Could an Angel Break My Heart by Toni Braxton.
That's a good one.
I wasn't really going through too much of a heartbreak, but I guess I thought I was. Me and my best friend used to sing this song at the top of our lungs in my bedroom in 10th grade, and we would put the theatrics in it and everything. And so it's my favorite heartbreak song for that. It's really a dope song too. So if you're going through a heartbreak or ever find yourself in that situation, you might want to cry and have a bottle of wine to that song. But after every heartbreak, I feel as though you need a heartbreak healing song as well. So also by Tony Braxton is Let It Flow, because I feel as though that's a more of a healing song. Let that shit go. If it wasn't meant to work, literally I can listen to that song on repeat right now and cry the entire time, just because number one, her voice is just the best. She's my favorite. I have a third by her too, but I won't hog any more time. Yes.
I love it. Keisha said, Brian McKnight, One Last Cry. That's a good one. That's a real good one. Yes. Jen, what's yours?
So, I don't know if it's necessarily a heartbreak song, because it's more so like if I was dating somebody and we had a song and it reminds me of the person, then I would like, that would be the song that I'll put on and be like, oh, I hate his ass. You know what I'm saying? But if I had to choose one, I'm old school. So I would say How Can You Mend a Broken Heart by Al Green. It's like, I just feel like you in your room, like crying, me drinking something. How Can You Mend a Broken Heart by Al Green.
Yeah, how can you mend a broken heart? That's the joint.
When I was trying to think of this, I played it earlier and I was like in the kitchen cooking, but like, it took me back. So, yeah.
You see how she felt that, y'all? She had to. She went all the way back with that.
That's just a good. I mean, Al Green in general is just like, his lyrics,
right?
Just amazing. Yeah.
Y'all, we got some really good ones from the audience, y'all. Freedom Max says Where I Want to Be by Donnell Jones. Y'all remember that joint?
Oh gosh.
Yes. Oh yeah.
That's I don't even know if that's really a heartbreak song. Isn't that talking about like a dude that's like, I really want to be with you, but I don't want to be with you?
He's young and he's got to go sow his royal oat. So
yeah.
I can see that.
I can see that. Ray,
my freshman year of college, and I think, and yeah.
Can I just say that's probably the theme for like freshman year of college, right?
Yeah.
That's what they say. Like, I really want to be with you, boo, but
yeah, no.
Let's see.
But there's 2 other girls in the quad that I'm trying to be with too. You know.
Exactly. I'll be back. Let me just go.
Right. It's cool. Let's see, what's another one? Roy Sampson says 112 featuring Faith Evans. I Can't Believe.
Oh, that's a good one, okay. Roy. That's a real good one.
Yeah. I like that one. Aaron Hendricks says Cry for You, Jodeci. Now, can we give a special shout out to Jodeci? Because if it's somebody that can make a heartbreak song, it's Jodeci for real.
Yes. So with that, I'm going to say mine because you said the person, I think the queen of heartbreak songs is Mary J. Blige. And my song would be, okay, y'all gonna know because I'm gonna say, I was your lover in your working every day of the week.
I'm not gonna cry.
And you can just go back to the scenes in your head from Waiting to Exhale, and you just see it replaying. And like I just remember that song and being like, I was a kid and I didn't really go through heartache yet, but I was just like, oh,
that one.
Her voice, she's just,
you just yelling while you singing. Get your shit, and get out.
Yes.
Yes, I love it. Keisha says, yes, Mary. Yes. What else we got? I'm trying to pull up as many from the comments second. So Victoria, who is our honorary podcast member, who's always here. We love you so much, Victoria. She said, Ray J, One Wish. Victoria, for real.
You trying to be funny.
For real. No, yeah, she was trying to be funny because she got all types of laughing emojis and dead asses on here, but we still love you, Victoria. For real.
Vicky, I'm gonna knock you out, girl.
Man, but Tanya Santana says she ain't gonna cry because he ain't worth her tears. That's all I'm talking about. This one, I love. What's this one? Janelle, Mr. Wrong by Mary J. Mary J, the queen, y'all. The queen.
The queen.
And then Keisha says,
you're coming from YouTube. Y'all can watch us live on YouTube as well. So
yes, y'all
our
can.
YouTube followers.
Let's see, Luther Vandross songs. Period. Don't you remember? Don't you remember? Yes.
So me,
baby.
Oh, wait. This is the one, y'all.
That as an adult.
Freedom Mac, Water Runs Dry.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
That's a good one.
That's a really good one. That is a really good one.
I just want to shout her out real quick. That's one of my favorite people in life, Frida. Thank you, girl, for being here.
Shout out, Frida, for being here.
Shout out, Frida.
Look, Aaron agrees that Not Gonna Cry is a good one, too.
Yeah, because she sounds like she's crying when she's singing the song. It just sounds like she's crying.
That's how Mary is, girl. Thomas says, What Are We Gonna Do by Drew Hill.
That's a good one.
That's a real good one. And then Keita being through it back. Gerald Levert, Closure.
Okay.
I don't even know if I heard that one. How does that one go?
Let me throw another one out there. So another one that will get me crying is Sam Smith, Stay With Me.
Yeah.
I don't know what it's about that song.
Yes.
I love it.
Yes.
I can only think of love songs right now.
Man, look, this is what I love. Our YouTube, Janelle, not Ray J. Yes, not Ray J. Not Ray J. Victoria, we love you. Just know. She said she loved that song, though. I cannot with you. Wait, Frida Mac, back again. How Can I Ease the Pain? Lisa Fisher. Do y'all remember that song?
How can I ease the pain?
Yes. That's a throwback. I love it. But
y'all telling y'all ages out there.
I know, right? Tanya says, "Wait,
Hit 'em
y'all,
up
hit 'em up style, Blue Cantrell." I'm trying to get rid of everything.
Yes,
I'm trying to. Whitney's song. It's another get over the heartbreak. Like a fuck you song. Whitney song. So why did 213 show up on my caller ID? I can't think of the name of the song. Love it. You know her song in the all black when she's sitting there like this with the dope haircut. Whitney Houston.
Oh.
I can't think of the name of the song, but everybody.
Oh man.
Yeah, that's a whole we need to do next time like songs that are not.
It's not right, but it's okay.
Thank you. Yes.
That's a good one.
Oh boy, it's not right.
Right.
But I'm about to go bust the windows at your car.
Yeah, that's definitely one. Wait, I love this one. Aaron Hall song. Which like all of them. All of them. I miss you. That's the main one. I miss you. I'm talking to you, baby.
Oh yeah. I miss you. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, you know which one I like that?
Not the
that
singer.
Toni Braxton song where she's like, "I'm gonna take my ring off." It's on her Libra album. She's like, "I'm gonna take that ring." Dun, 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 dun. It's like an upbeat song, but she's basically like, "I'm gonna take my ring off for the night and do my thing."
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Who sings it?
Toni Braxton.
Oh, okay.
Illuminati says "Call Me" by Al Green, and then he followed it up with like "Hit That Note." I love it. Oh, Victoria gave a good one. Sunshine Anderson, heard it all before.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Love it. Round and Round.
Oh yes,
that one. But that was the same one. Silly and Me.
I like that. Can we
get
more
that song that you just asked about? It's called "Take This Ring" by Toni Braxton.
Felicia just did that. Felicia Leon.
Okay. Take This Ring with Fire. Yes. Can we give some shout outs to our YouTube viewers, folks?
Okay, and who are you, Talisha?
We like you being here, folks. Same here. Oh man, so let me think. So I didn't even give mine. So I'm gonna have to like piggyback off of what almost everybody else said. Somebody mentioned the Mary J. Blige song. So mine is "I'm Going Down" by Mary J. Blige. Like Cassie said, when she was back in the day, used to like sing it with her heart out. I used to have a 4-poster twin bed and it had like the little thing at the top. So I used to say, yes, you know exactly what I'm about to say. I used to stand on the bed. I used to do my little microphone, and I used to be like, I don't know what the hell heartbreak is for real, but I know I'm going down.
Yes.
I love it. But it's like it's crazy when you think about it, right? Whenever you are going through a breakup with somebody, it's always a crushing thing to go through. But I think for tonight, y'all, we're gonna talk a little bit deeper about when it comes time for you to like separate from a relationship, right? Like when is a relationship too toxic? What are the signs that tells you that you kind of need to step back and step away from that? And what I am so happy about is we have our very good friend and fellow Howard alum, Candace, Candace Anderson, who is going to be joining us today. So a little bit about our Candace. Candace C. Anderson is an author and licensed therapist serving Alabama, Georgia, Washington, D.C., and Ohio. That's 4 places, y'all. She serves as the founder and chief executive officer, we can tell I've been drinking already, of the private practice Revita Therapy and Wellness located in Montgomery, Alabama. Experienced in mental health and trauma, Anderson uses an integrative approach in providing therapy services while also offering proven holistic and spiritual practices to enhance the therapeutic process. She holds a Bachelor of Science in Psychology from Howard University, HU, and a Master of Science in Counseling and Psychology with a concentration in clinical mental health from Troy University. She was inducted into Chi Sigma Iota, the International Honor Society for Professional Counselors. Anderson's mission is to help others harness their inner strength and raise their consciousness to create the life, relationships, and existence they desire. Her unique blend of wit and realness has aided hundreds of men and women on the journey to self-discovery. Anderson is outspoken, yes, and honest, yet she counsels from a place of compassion. Along with being a sexual assault and domestic violence survivor, she has nearly a decade of clinical expertise, making her the ideal combination of the sister friend you want and the therapist you need. So what I'm going to do as soon as I take this banner down, I'm going to need all y'all to give a rounding welcome to Miss C. Anderson.
Whoop, whoop. Chi-chi.
Welcome.
See, thank you so much for being here. Listen, before we even get into it, tell them where you are right now.
I'm in Punta Cana. I'm in the Dominican Republic on vacation. But anything for my HU ladies, that's just, I mean, it was a no-brainer. So
yes, and that's
thank you.
Yes, and we adore you for it. So, I'm really glad that you're here because the one thing that I really want to point out to everyone before we start this conversation is that 1 in 4 women and 1 in 7 men have been a victim of severe violence by an intimate partner in their lifetime. And when people think about domestic violence and domestic abuse, this is always what they immediately go to, right? The physical component of it. So what I really like to start us off at is kind of explaining what are the different types of abuse that can happen in relationships besides the physical.
Right. So you hit the nail on the head when you said that most times when we think about abuse, we think about the physical part, but that's very, very few and far between. And that's why a lot of people don't even realize that they're in abusive relationships because it's not always physical. So abuse can be financial, abuse can be sexual, abuse can be emotional, abuse can be psychological, abuse can take over your reproductive rights, right? So your physical personhood. But very, very few people realize that they're in the abusive relationship until it gets physical.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I love that. And you mentioned financial. abuse, which I think is something that people really don't necessarily understand or, have heard of. I know that, we have some women who may be in a relationship with a significant partner, and that partner is the one that works. So I think it's like, it's really understanding, like, what's the difference between someone who is actually taking care of you versus someone who is financially abusing you.
Right. So the difference is access. So if someone is taking care of you, if you are in a relationship and you are a kept partner, right? Meaning that the other person that you with is a primary breadwinner, you get to maybe concentrate on the family, the home, your children, or your other aspirations, or whatever it may be, you always have access to the money. People that are financially controlling will limit or prevent complete access to accounts, meaning the individual who's being abused, the victim, for lack of better terms in this setting, the victim won't be able to access cash, credit, no PIN numbers. They may not be able to access their own credit. I've seen situations where a partner will come home, and this was actually a male in an abusive relationship. And so when he came home every Friday, he had to give a paycheck to his wife, and he had to show a receipt because he was only allowed to purchase cigarettes and I think a case of beer. So he had to show his paycheck stub minus the receipt for what he purchased, and she got all the money, right?
Wow.
I've seen situations where women didn't know that they had credit cards, bank accounts in their name, where they had no idea how to access something as simple as liquid, so cash money. It's so subtle, but then yet when it hits you, it's as plain as day, but by that time, you are in a prison. And so the financial piece is the piece that keeps most people stuck in the relationship, because where do they go and how do they go somewhere?
So you mentioned different types. Can you re-mention them? And then what I'm going to have the audience and our viewers do that are actually live with us, if you've ever experienced or you know someone who has experienced, so it doesn't have to be you personally, we're not trying to put you on blast, but for a moment, we just want to take a moment, put a purple heart in the chat if you've known somebody or you've experienced yourself some type of the things that I'm gonna have you list them off again, the different types of abuse, and if that resonates with you, put a purple heart, because we just want the viewers, especially when they go back and look at this, to know that they're not alone and that they're not dealing with this alone, and that there's a lot of people out there that have been experiencing this. So again, our viewers, please, as she lists off the different types, put a purple heart in the chat if you know or you have experienced or you know somebody that has experienced types of abuse.
So let's start with, I'll just start with the physical abuse piece. I saw a lot of women, especially during my time as a court advocate, where they said that they were not physically abused, that they had only been choked, and they didn't make the connection that choking is actually considered to be a physical abuse tactic. Also, if you've ever been choked, you want to make sure you let your primary care physician know, because choking has been connected to stroke later in life in victims of abuse.
Wow.
Okay. Strangulation is an indicator, predictor of possible stroke later in life. Psychological, this looks like gaslighting. This looks like moving the goalpost. Moving the goalpost is when your partner says, if you do these things, we would be okay. And then you do those things, and the goal becomes something else, right? You can never quite please them. You can never quite be on task or be up to their standard. Emotional abuse. This could be someone invalidating or dismissing your feelings, or saying that you're too sensitive. Yeah, I called you ugly. I called you big. I called you whatever, but you're too sensitive, right? So being dismissive of your feelings and your opinions and your emotions. Sexual abuse in relationships is really prevalent. What a lot of people don't understand is that even if you're married, If you are having sex with a partner and if at any time you don't want to continue, you have the right to stop. If they continue, that is considered to be relationship rape, sexual assault. I've seen situations where men control the reproductive rights of their partner, hiding their birth control, not allowing them access to gynecological care, right? Trying to impregnate them because that's one more tether, that's one more part of control when if they're able to conceive a child with a partner. The financial abuse piece. Also, I've seen situations where the abuser will use their employment against them. Years ago, I had someone come in and her partner had forced her by gunpoint to write a letter confessing to embezzling money. Of course, she didn't do this, but when she wrote the letter, she signed this letter under duress at gunpoint. At any time, he would threaten her. You have a big position. If you don't do what I tell you to do, this letter goes to your boss. This letter goes to the agency that you work for. So there are so many nuances when we talk about the power and control over another person in a relationship, because that's truly what designates intimate partner violence. It's the power and control. So someone could never lay a finger on you, and you could be right in the throes of an abusive relationship and not even be aware of it.
Yep. Also, while you're talking, our audience, if you have any questions for C, please put it in there because we don't have all the questions. So please add your questions. It could be general questions, it could be very specific. But we would love for y'all to ask questions as well so that we know that, we're covering things that you're interested in as well. So.
Jan, what's your question?
So C, considering the strained relationship that the Black community, our community, has with law enforcement, what steps should a person, be it the victim or a concerned friend, neighbor, anything, what steps should a person take to report domestic abuse without chancing it escalating to either party, victim or abuser, being harmed, let's say by responding officers?
I'm so glad you asked that question, and you brought up a very valid point. And to that, I want to add that not only do Black people, our community, we as a collective have a historical mistrust of law enforcement, but also Black women, who are about 90% of intimate partner victims, we are doubly oppressed. So we face sexism and racism, right? So we have those two pieces working against us. Also, Black women are seen as having a higher tolerance for dysfunction. Black women are seen as having a higher tolerance for dysfunction. So when we go to report, we are often thought to be dramatic. It's part of our culture. We're used to living this way. Why is it a problem now? We are angry Black women, so we probably asked for or started the incident, right?
Okay.
So when we want to go, we want to receive help, and we don't want to chance being killed by police, because it happens. We know that this happens. One of the important things I recommend is locating what's called the Special Victims Unit of your local police department. You want to make sure that you are talking to and communicating with officers who receive specialized training and understanding intimate partner violence, because this isn't an instance where two people are just fighting, right? This is an instance where that power and control can lead to lethality. And so you want to make sure that you're getting an officer that responds and they understand that, oh, well, while I see that she may not have any bruises on her, I noticed that she was shaking her head when he was out of vision, right? So that they're picking up on what's happening. The other part I always tell people, you don't have to file charges to document. You can file a police report, and you can file a police report without calling 911 and having an officer physically come out to your location. You can go to your local police department and you can say, I've been a victim of a crime. I don't want to file charges at this time, but I want to file a police report so that it's documented. A police report does not let the other person know that you've documented, and they are not supposed to contact the other individual. This is strictly for documentation purposes. Another way, another physical location that might be helpful is a safe shelter, or the national organization called the Family Justice Center. The Family Justice Center has locations all across the country in which they are specially trained in intimate partner violence. They have attorneys, judges or magistrates, caseworkers, rape counselors, and therapists on site. It's a one-stop shop.
Okay.
Okay. But yes, I absolutely understand the need to consider other implications, because we are black women in black bodies. Our partners are likely to be black as well, and what can happen if we were trying to call just to be safe.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That is very helpful. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. And like Jan said, y'all, please keep the questions coming. We definitely want to make sure that we're getting you the information that you need. Aaron, thank you. I've seen and known of too many women getting killed over toxic relationships. Say something and get help. Hell, I'll help. Don't care the distance. And that's
so sweet.
that's
So
that's
can
just
I respond to Aaron's comment, because I want to say something about that. So we're not just talking about toxic relationships, we're talking about relationships with power and control, because you can be with a toxic person and you can leave anytime you please, right? Also, one of the talks that I do is called Just Leave Already, because people don't seem to understand why victims don't just pack a bag and leave. When you are leaving in abusive relationships, you are 4 times more likely to be killed. I want your viewers to understand that. Leaving could mean death. Leaving could mean you never seeing your children again. Leaving could mean they have also promised to not kill you, but to kill your family, your mother, your siblings, the people that it happens. There are cases worldwide, nationwide, all the time, of an estranged partner going to the house of the woman and killing the entire family. Right? So no, it's not just a matter of pack a bag and leave. This takes strategic, what we call safety planning.
Yes, it takes a woman up to 7 times before she is able to leave an abusive relationship. Yes. And when I talked about this previously, it's not about why does she stay? It's why can't she leave? Why can't she leave? What is preventing her from being able to escape what situation she is in? And what can we do as a community to support them so that they are able to leave in a safe manner?
And to leave alive.
Leave alive.
The last thing is someone coming over and bombarding your home trying to save you. I get it. But that's causing, that's posing more of a danger to someone in that situation. Because let me walk you all through a scenario. So let's take Derek and Megan. Derek and Megan get together. They have a great relationship in the beginning. They are enjoying each other's company, and she thinks she's in love, and she probably is in love. And then Derek says to her, I know you like to go to the gym all the time, but I don't want you to go to the gym anymore. You can work out at home. And he creates a whole gym in the garage. She's like, oh my God, he really wants me to be healthy and to be able to work out anytime I want to and be safe. And then he says, I make more than enough money to take care of you. I don't want my woman to work. I want you to quit your job. She's like, oh my God, like he is a king. This is amazing. And then she's on the phone with her mother. She and her mother talk every day, all the time. She and her girls talk all the time. And he says to her, you talk to your mom a lot, and I don't really know if she likes me. So maybe you guys need to talk a little less. She's like, okay, like, we'll see, right? And then maybe she gets pregnant, right? And even if she doesn't get pregnant, he's already done several things. He's cut her off from financial access. He has isolated her. And he has cut off a support system. The domestic violence or intimate partner violence is what we're talking about, because domestic violence covers child abuse, roommate abuse, elder abuse. But intimate partner violence is it's not happenstance. It is strategic.
Right.
So you say to someone, you have a black eye, why won't you leave? He already has this. That's already in his grasp. You get somebody's mind, you got them. So no, it's not just easy. It's not as easy as saying, girl, he don't deserve you, or she ain't thinking about you. She gonna choose him every time. Every time she's gonna choose him. Even if she's not working towards trying to fix the relationship, because remember, she is constantly told that she is the issue in the relationship. If you would just do this, then I wouldn't be like this. Exactly.
So now that you say that, one of my first relationships was an abusive relationship. Thank goodness nothing really happened. But I didn't really tell my friends at the time that I had been, physically abused. What would you say? How would a friend noticing red flags? There were red flags in my relationship. How would a friend noticing some of these red flags support their friend without pushing them away? Because you're going to choose the man every time once he's gotten, a little bit of mind control. How can we support friends without pushing them away?
So I always suggest that people never tell
someone in a relationship where there's abuse, never tell them what to do. That's first and foremost, right? Because guess what? They already have someone telling them what to do, probably at every moment of the day. Right. So that's the last thing that they need. Remaining connected to them, because remember, if you notice it, they already know what's going on. You don't have to bring it to their attention. You don't have to say, I noticed you had some bruises. What's going on? That's embarrassing. That's going to cause them to retreat. Say, oh, she's not safe because she might tell me to leave. She doesn't understand what's going on. And so it's okay to say, girl, you know how much I love you. If you ever need anything, I want you to know that you can always come to me. No questions asked, no judgment. I don't care what time. I don't care what hour. Try to remain connected, because she's going to see you as a valuable source that's not going to judge her, that's not going to shame her, that's not going to say you should have known better. How could you let somebody do this to you? Right? So being able to be present sometimes is enough. If they call you, being present is enough.
This is wonderful information, like very necessary and very helpful. Thank you again, C.
You're so welcome. My pleasure.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
One little last thing, just because I am a part of the rainbow family, and people like a lot lately, especially if you've been watching the news and things, there's a lot of people don't see, I guess, with same-sex relationships, domestic violence in the same way, because it's, two women fighting or two men fighting or two trans people. What, if any, like sources are out there? I heard you say something about special victims unit. Are there any resources, I guess, out there for queer LGBTQ us? Because we're usually looked over when it comes to these kind of things.
Yeah, Jan, you are so right. I've seen situations, I've had to admonish professionals for their lack of compassion, their lack of empathy shown towards same-sex, queer, or even just trans couple. One of my first clients when I was cutting my teeth was a trans woman, and she had been shot about 7 times and she survived. And the ridicule oh my God, I'm not about to get emotional about this, but the ridicule that she experienced as a victim in a predominantly Black community was absolutely horrific.
Mm.
And so one of the things that I encourage people to do is to recognize people as human beings that will experience anything that you can. The other part of that is it's only by grace of your higher power that it is not you in this situation, right? Intimate partner violence is not, because I hear this. Well, if you weren't a lesbian, then you wouldn't be in this situation.
Oh wow.
Your sexual orientation, your sexuality, your gender identity are not license, are not punishment. Okay? And you deserve the same respect as any other person. Most police departments have an LGBTQ advocate. Ask for that advocate. Ask for that advocate to partner with somebody in the special victims unit so that you are getting the care, the respect, the protection that you are owed.
Love that. Thank you. Thank you so much, C. We're actually past time, but I don't care because I feel like this is such a great conversation, and we really truly appreciate you taking the time, especially on your resort vacation, to come and talk to us about such an important topic. So we're gonna transition on to Black Business Shout Out. And our Black Business Shout Out is, of course, going to be the lovely C. Anderson. And the first thing that I want to point out to y'all is C actually has a book that is called Love Taps, Love That Assaults, Pollutes, and Scars. And it is a quick read to provide you with the red flags to help you recognize when you are experiencing or you are in an abusive relationship. Super, super important. It is available on Amazon. It is also available on her website. And if you go there, it is candersonlive.com. So you can find out more about her practice, her methods, her background. And you can also follow her on all the platforms at candersonlive.com. So you can learn more about especially Revita Wellness. I'm so proud of you with Revita Wellness. And I am so excited to see how you are successful in that realm, because again, C does not just focus on the clinical. She's very holistic about her care, and I think that's what we all can appreciate, especially right now. So C, we're going to have you stay on for our last segment, which we call letting shit go. And this is an interactive conversation, y'all. It's that time of the day where we are just like, y'all, we need to let shit go. We in the ladies' room, let's flush that shit. let's get it out. Jenna, I'm gonna put it back to you because this all you, boo.
All right. So letting shit go. So I'm letting go of my being worried about my height. Those of you who can't see me or know me, I am 5'11", and people love to tell me how tall I am, and they love to be like, "Oh my!" And it's not that it's not the comments about how tall I am, because I'm very aware, like I live in my body, but it's more about the way you say it. So everybody out there, like, it's your way you say it about, like, oh my God, you're so tall. And when they say to short people, how's the weather up there? Like, I'm just not dealing with it anymore. Like, I'm just not. Like, I'm tall, damn it. Get over it. Fuck you. Cassie's actually the opposite of me. She's super short. And she told me today, she said, you need to just tell them fuck you. So that's why I'm going with it. Flush that shit. Fuck you. I'm tall, damn it. Get over it.
Amen. Look, Taylor, we got you. Preach, Jan. Taylor says she's 5'10". Thank you. And look, my bestie, one of my favorite people in the entire world, Lakeisha Blockton, is 5'10", and I love you, girl. Look, I pulled up the wrong comment. There she goes. She's 5'10". So it's not just you, boo. You are a glamazon, and we're gonna appreciate that.
Wear it well.
Yep.
All girls rock. And short girls. All girls rock. Like,
Jenna, who you want to go next?
Whoever wants to go next. Somebody go.
I'll go.
Oh, go ahead, Jen.
I'll go. So before I go, though, I'm going to say we're missing one of our ladies, and it is Cam. And she wanted to let you guys know that she wanted to be here, but she's actually out celebrating her mom's birthday. So we miss you, girl.
We miss you, Cam. Miss you, Killer Cam.
Happy birthday, Mama. Okay, so I am letting go of limiting beliefs in relationships and friendships. So I'm flushing that shit because I feel like I'm deserving of love and loyalty and all of that. So I'm letting go of limiting beliefs.
All those things.
All those things.
All the
things.
I love it.
Cassie.
Deep. You are so deep. I love it. Here I go with my bullshit. So I just got back from Turks and Caicos. And they don't have taxes. They don't have sales tax. So everything we just bought. Like there was no like, okay, carry the one, move the decimal, all that. There was none of that. It was just was the damn price. This stuff's expensive as hell, but okay. So I'm flushing taxes.
taxes.
That.
Flush them.
That's the sales tax.
We need a flushing sound. We're gonna have that for the next
Right.
We're gonna have that. See, baby, what you letting go?
I am letting go of societal expectations of me as a woman, as a Black body person, as a mother, as all that. I'm just gonna do me.
Amen to that. Amen to that. That's so funny. Like, I feel like I'm getting rid of the same thing too, right? Like the idea that you have to be super successful in the corporate world, making a bunch of money. I just want to do what I love to do. Like, I don't need a title. I don't need all of those things. I just want to be out here making sure that people are living their best lives and working within their unique ability, because I feel like when you put out that energy, you get that energy back. And that's all I'm about. Like, I don't want to live by anybody else's rules. I'm a live by my rules. And Talisha, I love it because she says, I'm letting go. They say I'm letting go of imposter syndrome. And you damn right. We letting go of all of that shit.
Yes.
All of that shit.
All right, well, ladies, I always feel like we always end the show and people are like, that show went by so quick. Every segment, we're always like, so quick. So we are done, my friends. But what I need y'all to do out there, everybody that loves us, please share our stuff, because we need more followers. If you want us to stay on and you think we're doing a good job, we need people to actually like share and like our pages on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. You can follow us there live, but we also need people to subscribe. Hey, that rhymes. I'm going to be a rapper, y'all. I told y'all I'm about to.
That's gonna be our next venture. We're gonna be an all-girl rap group, okay?
I'll take the picture. I'm not rapping.
We will get to be our hype girl, Cassie, in the background. Cassie's gonna be our hype girl.
Cassie.
That's about it. And I'm not rapping. We'll get shut down.
Cassie, you can dance. Just twerk.
Just twerk.
I'll twerk for you.
Yes.
So thank you again for joining us. We will be streaming live on Thursday, August 18th. Please tune in because that should be a fun one. We're talking about bodies and what our bodies look like. And so we want men, women, everybody to be talking about their bodies. So that'll be 9:30 next week not next week, but the 18th. And so like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram. Most importantly, subscribe, follow. And Beating in the Ladies Room was brought to you by production by our lovely producer, Dana from Makita Filmwork. And our music intro, again, our lovely friend, Mr. Fletcher, hooked us up with Money Maybach. So make sure you follow him on Instagram as well. And CE, I love you, girl. Thank you for being here on your vacation. Like, that's dope. I owe you a drink or two, ma'am, on Howard Homecoming, ain't you?
You know.
And with that, we out, y'all. Bye.
Night, y'all. Bye,